This is the Star News Brief. I'm Joel Iregi. Besieged Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka finds himself between a rock and a hard place as his party embarks on ambitious rebranding and rejuvenation ahead of the 2027 general election. The Wiper Democratic Movement has announced plans to change its name and is actively recruiting key technocrats to inject new energy into the party as it positions itself for the polls. The internal competition for a single presidential ticket, however, poses the biggest threat yet to Kalonzo. The expected entry of former Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i, who presumably has the backing of former President Uhuru Kenyatta, presents the most formidable challenge to Kalonzo. Get a copy of the Star e-paper for only 40 shillings by logging on to www.mgazzetti.com. To some, John Kalipa is a dangerous repeat offender. To others, he's a man trapped in a cycle shaped by cattle rustling culture, bullets, and a past he can never outrun. The Ugandan was arrested on the night of April 14th last year on Mawingu Road in Makutano Township, West Pokot County, after members of the public reported him for peddling a gun and bullets to anyone willing to buy. According to police, he was in possession of an AK-47 rifle wrapped in cloth and 19 bullets attempting to sell. He was sentenced to 12 years in prison and lost his appeal. Political undercurrents in Mount Kenya East threaten to reshape President William Ruto's power plan for the next election. A determined push by the Kalonzo Musyoka-Rigathi Gachagua axis to stamp out his influence in the region could throw a spanner into the works. At the heart of this storm is Deputy President Kithure Kindiki, whose political future now hangs in the balance. The once unshakable DP finds himself facing serious competition in his own backyard, raising questions over whether Ruto will stick with him as his 2027 running mate. President William Ruto's government has hinted at a plan to lower taxes on building and construction materials in a move likely to boost his campaign to construct 200,000 housing units every year. According to the Finance Bill 2025 seen by the Star, the National Treasury has proposed to reduce the Export and Investment Production Levy on a number of construction-related products, including semi-finished products of iron or non-alloy steel, bars, and rods of iron from the current 17.5% to 5%. The proposal, if it sails through, is likely to increase supply in the local market, potentially reducing construction costs. When poor women are not being forcefully evicted from slums, they are getting butchered by intimate partners as the government does nothing, a report has shown. Amnesty International, in its April report, The State of World's Human Rights, paints a grim picture of neglect of women, citing the wave of femicide and heartless evictions. The latest spate of evictions were conducted by the Kenya Pipeline Company, which targeted people on the Waylive land in Embakasi early this year. Between March and April last year, the global report says the government oversaw forceful eviction of more than 6,000 households in the Mathare and Mukuru Kwanjenga informal settlements. Get a copy of the Star e-paper for only 40 shillings by logging on to www.mgazzetti.com.